Okay, so, okay, that was weird and a little bothersome, but, I, went for a walk, and when I turned my phone to show the horizon, I heard some noise, like someone just kind of chuckle, and I couldn't see, my eyes were still adjusting, and I saw, here's my dad and my brother going for a walk. And then we were walking. I was like, okay, I'll just turn my camera off because I like to talk. That's the reason. The reason why I left my room is because I just felt congested. My dad is usually one to like, open and close my door like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? But, so I was like, you know what? That's why I stay up late, so I can get shit done. Out here. Oh, there's a dog running around the house, no leash. The dog's running around. Oh, there's people. Now I seem like a creep. Oh, these neighbors have lights on. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Boom, 2 lights. Really nice. But, there's a dog that in the past has scared me because the owner doesn't put a leash on the dog, but it has a collar. So it, like, is running around the yard. Only the yard. Not going beyond. It looks trained. But I hear it, and it's a white dog. It's a bright white dog. It's a white dog. And I see it just running around the yard in the dark. And I'm like, I wonder if the owner knows. Because I don't hear anyone go like whistling or be like, hey, doggy. Like, hey, dog, or dog name. So I'm like snapping without looking. Well, I was looking in its direction. I was snapping. Maybe the dog responds to snapping. So maybe it runs into the front yard. Because I've seen the dog run up to the front door, which is smart. So I was just snapping. Maybe it responds to snapping, would come towards me, and I would say, go away, dog, and the trained dog would run to the front door. But no, the dog was just still running around, and you heard him snap. And I squint a little more. I see 2 little girls on the side of the yard, not making any noise, not talking, just, stand there next to each other, like looking at me. I'm like, oh, I didn't see you. Fuck. Shit. Yeah, so as I was saying, I left my room to, get away because I thought they were around somewhere walking around. And then I start going for a walk in, right off my front lawn. I turn the camera to show the horizon this effect. Oh, okay, no. Okay, I guess it's literally that dark now. That took like 8 minutes. 12. 8. And I saw them, and they're coming around the corner, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe they're gonna head home. As I'm turning, they're turning, and I'm like, oh great, that's where I shut off. And I shut off my camera. Now we're gonna keep going, we're going. And I'm like just trying to make conversation, so I'm not just quiet and ignoring them. I'm like, and then my dad's like, is this your like pre-walk to determine if like what you're gonna wear? And I'm like, yeah. Then we come around the corner and I say, hey, I finally saw the person that lives in that sketchy house, and we're talking about it, and I describe it, and like, yeah. And then we come around the corner, and there's the part between the second street light in the third, where I once saw that guy just standing under it. There's a road in between, like, there's it's a road that goes through the neighborhood, that not cuts into quarters, but cuts a half into a half. So there's a half and 2/4 of land that's considered the neighborhood. Oh, do I see them again? And they're continuing their walk again for some reason, even though they're just stopped home. So but I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a left here to, just to separate from them so I could walk on my own. And Dad just abruptly and violently turned to follow me. And I'm like, and I just say, because I'm like, wait, what are you doing? I said, I'm going this way, and you two could go that way. If my dad and my brother were going on this walk. And my brother's like confusing, like just following him now, like thought we're going this way. And he's like, oh, Austin wants to go this way. And I'm like, just like, I just want to walk on my own. I want to be alone. I want to be alone. No one's getting the fucking hint. I'll just walk another way. And then I'm starting to walk fast, and my dad making it about himself, of course, and he's like, oh, I see how it is, like, you want to be alone and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, that's how I originally went for a walk, to walk by myself. That's why I come out here to, be by myself, because it's quiet. It's more quiet by myself. I'm speeding up the pace. And so he's like, I'll just take a left, go back home. You can take a right to go back onto your path, Elliott Street. I'm like, okay, and I just speed up walking, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, my brother has to make a remark. Not that his opinion matters. But it's like, he's like, wow. That's it. Also, there's fireworks off in the distance. What the hell? And so, and then I go walking off, and I'm on my second lap, butchered lap, like, I passed the sketchy house, and, to my left, there's a road that cuts the neighborhood into 2/4. But then, the weird part about the walk, when I went there, they said, oh, we're gonna take a left to, just so we can go home and you can have your alone time and you can head right. I was like, okay. Another thing is that as I was finishing the lap, I saw them. They're walking my way, but they didn't say anything. They're just walking towards me. I took a right, and I was like, oh God, are they going to be following me now? But I don't see them. But yeah. Oh, here's the light that lit up the neighborhood. Oh my gosh. This garage light is like a million LEDs shining. Oh, that's fucking bright. I'm not sure if you can see me, but I don't know what's going on, but this is such a... Oh, there's a bouncy house. If you can hear that. Yeah. And then... I'm not sure if you can see me, but that is a bright LED. And it's not even angled down right at the driveway. Oh, it's off, but it is shining directly onto the house in front of them, into their windows, as they're trying to sleep, into the house that, once tried to walk their dog, but I walked up. Yep, in the house with the shining LEDs is the house that once had barking dogs. And oh, I see them. Okay, I see them. They're heading my way. They're walking my way, so I'm walking the opposite direction, unless they're gonna take a left. So when they're walking my way, they're going my route in opposite direction. Wow. And sometimes I need to remind myself that they don't know what I do during my night walk. They don't know what I'm doing. To them, this is just like, are they holding up a phone? I don't get it. I just record myself. Yep, I don't know. It's just like, hey, look at him. He's just holding a phone up to his mouth. Why is he doing that? He could be doing better things. Why is he doing that? He doesn't have to, so why does he do it? I just got the weird urge to read a Warhammer novel and listen to like dark ambient and industrial music. Orchestral, industrial, dark ambient. Oh, that would be great if I could get all of those elements into one long album. So, yeah. Here I am on my second lap, or finishing, almost done with my second lap. The first lap was like 3/4 of what it really was. Or, that didn't make sense. The first lap, I did 3/4 of what I would usually do. And this lap is a full lap. And my brother and my dad are walking in weird directions. Let's see what time it is. 8:07. Wow. Man. Every day I try extremely hard to understand people and why they think the way they do. Where'd that light come from? Someone just turned on the light. But every day I try to understand why people think the way they do, and I try to help them understand or become better people. But no one wants help. Everyone's so defensive on their extremely flawed way of thinking. If there's no one perfect way of thinking. I'm not gonna name any names, but a friend of mine was like, hey yo, when you first met me, this is how I was. Now, here's how I am. It's like, okay, That's not wrong, but like, there's a lot of room for failure and time wasting. It's like, yeah, so, but that's how I am. It's like, why are you being so random? It's like, my goal is to be the most unpredictable person. Really random. It's like, well, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna have you're gonna want to attract a lot of people for who you were in that one moment. Give it a week. They'll be as confused as me. And you'll be calling everyone crazy for not being like you. I might be doing the same. That you might call me hypocrite, but I'm thinking like, hey, why do you gotta be like that? Why? Because they're trying to be so random, because random is fun. It's like, no, it's not. Adults have no time to be random. I know I sound grouchy, but it's the truth. If you don't like the truth, then fuck off and die. I couldn't, there's a part in that part in front of a house where it's cement, but it drops down a little, as if like people park there a lot and a lot and a lot. Hold on. Okay. But, yeah. Okay, hold on. I can't check the time. 8:11. Okay, I'm coming back home. Here we go. Peace out, y'all.